Hello again, YouTube! This finna be fun. So before I get into the getting started or the line chapter of the Proko Drawing Basics course, I wanna start with why I chose this course. Two reasons. First, because Stan literally called it a prerequisite, and that one word hit me. Like, yes, that's exactly what I've been missing. Back in the past, I was drawing like crazy. I was learning so much every single day, but I wasn't actually getting better. I was learning what I now call the dumb way and just following whatever I thought I needed in the moment. I started from Drawbox, which is a pretty solid course, and after it I heard, you should learn figure drawing. So I jump into that, not even knowing what figure drawing really was. Then I move into anatomy. Then all of a sudden I go to learn perspective, then shape theory or dynamic sketching on gesture, just bouncing around endlessly. And the amount of resources out there is humongous. Udemy, Skillshare, YouTube, ArtStation, Waltz Atelier, Proko, Drawbox, Monroe, CGMA, New Masters Academy. Did I say New Masters Academy? Anyway, you name it. There is a lot. Everyone says start here or you need to learn this, which is not wrong, but I just drowned in all of this. Second reason is I didn't have a teacher. I didn't have a community. Nobody to tell me, hey, slow down. You don't need more info, you need more practice. Or hey, you should get a sketchbook and start experimenting. So no exploring, no sketching for fun, no reviewing what I did. I didn't even know how to critique my work because critique it based on what? So I chose Proko Drawing Basics course because I wanted to start fresh. With a course that gives me a structure, a plan, a community, and space to grow, and it tells me exactly what to focus on. Start with line, then shapes, then perspective, then values and edges. And that's what I needed. No more info, no more random tutorials, but a real foundation, a prerequisite. So let's go into the first chapter of the course, getting started. This chapter sets the tone for the entire course, and honestly it helped me rethink how I approach drawing from the ground up. What surprised me from the beginning is that it wasn't about learning how to draw, it was about learning how to learn to draw, if that makes sense. Not with pressure, not with performance, but more of with intention and curiosity. There was this big emphasis on letting go of perfection, experiment with the tools, getting to know the materials, and play more. Then came the first project, which caught me off guard, but anyway, it was drawing a pair for level 1 or a portrait for level 2. And this is the tone for the entire course. Every project has a level 1 project and a level 2 project. Personally, I consider myself a level 1, and sometimes I'd like to have fun, as he said, and see what happens if I do a level 2 project. So I thought to myself, okay, I got this. I took the photo of the pair, I went full analysis mode of it, forms, boxes, shadows, and I drew it, and it looked like shit. Seriously, it was so bad. But then I went to watch the demo, and I watched the first demo like 3 times just to understand what he thinks while drawing, not just trying to draw what he drew. I wanted to understand what he was thinking more, which I think is the better approach. Just why did he put this line there, and why did he use this value? Why did he use this angle for this line? How did he squint and found this corner? Throughout the demo, honestly, Proko just speaks what he thinks. I don't know if this is what he usually does, which I think it's not, but it's so goddamn helpful just to hear what he thinks before executing a line. It just opens another level of clarity, and it got me to understanding the purpose of the project even more, which wasn't about constructing forms and boxes and thinking in 3D, which is exactly what I did. It was about simplifying, breaking things down into lines, shapes, and values, learning how to squint at the subject to find shapes, how to find the corners, or how to measure the angles just to get the right proportions. So I realized I have been complicating, and not just overcomplicating things. I forgot how to let go and just observe the subject and look at it, study it. So this chapter reminded me that drawing isn't just about the technique. It's about how you think, then how you see, and you draw. For the next chapter, lines, to be honest, I already knew some of the stuff in the beginning, like the CSI lines, the tapered lines, drawing from the shoulder. I have practiced them a lot before, and I think it's about building the muscle memory. But what made for me this chapter hit different is how Stan applied these concepts into the projects. And that's when things really started to click, because in this chapter is when I finally realized, I totally forgot how to see in 2D. Back when I was taking Drawbox, I trained myself to see everything in 3D. Boxes, cylinders, spheres, prisms, forms on top of forms, and don't get me wrong, it's a powerful skill and it's pretty useful to have it. Like, I completely forgot how to see shapes and lines, and this chapter reminded me that drawing isn't just about construction. Mostly, or sometimes, it's about simplifying what you see in 2D, like clear lines, clean shapes, while keeping the form and the three-dimensionality of the subject in the back of my mind. Then came the first project, drawing from reference, a camel, a boat, a skull, and I hit another wall. I looked at the reference and I remember saying, how the fuck am I supposed to draw that? Which always been one of my blocks. I open a sketchbook, see my subject, feel that it's so complicated, and just freeze. It's not because I couldn't draw, it's because I had this fear of making a bad drawing. But this chapter really pushed me through that block. Time after time, I just told myself, you know what, I'm gonna draw it anyway. If it's bad, it's bad. But at least I will try. And every time I did, I surprised myself that it actually worked. It wasn't great, but it was solid, and most importantly, it let me experiment, which is one of the things that I was also missing. Experimentation. Stan told us to carry the sketchbook around and just draw from life, which I did, something that I've never used to do, but I started doing it. I started to take my sketchbook when I go out, even if I know I won't draw, but I take it with me just to break this fear and start developing this habit. And now I take it with me wherever. If I go to a cafe, the beach, in the park, in the garden, in the mountains, to just draw from life or from a reference or from imagination. I just draw. Then after came my first part of the chapter, which is sketching from observation and sketching from imagination. Stan broke it down like this. Observation is studying and understanding the subject. Imagination is taking what you understood from the observation and creating your own version of it. This one concept just let me for the first time understand the subject and create something from my imagination out of it. And I used some gestures, shape simplification, rhythm. I just had fun with it, and it felt so free. It was like, why haven't I been doing this for a long time? Then the final part was line quality, which is still one of the toughest one for me. I think it's because it's not just about drawing lines. It's more of decision making. Like, is the line important? Is it in shadow? Is it thick or thin? Hard or soft? Light or dark? In the Jeff Watts video, I wrote something that he said down, which was perfect. He said line quality is really simple. It's just thick, thin, dark, light, hard, soft. I just need to learn where and when to apply it, which is the decision-making part. But I'm working on it. I also love just playing around with tools in this chapter, like a brush pen, a charcoal pencil that's sharpened perfectly, doing this flicky strokes, just playing around. It's all about having ideas and seeing what will come out if you execute them. For example, trying what if I hold the pencil in a different way, or trying what if I use this material with this other material. So yeah, pretty much that wraps the chapter of lines, which was huge for me. It helped me see in 2D again, experiment more, and just be more intentional with my lines. And above all, breaking my fear of sketching, reminding me that drawing is supposed to be fun. Structured, yeah, but fun and experimental and playful. Even if the drawing isn't great, which probably will be, it's more about the habit that matters. I would love to hear where you're at in your art journey, and I'm starting now the shape chapter, and it's going really well. So see you in the next one. Bye.